The dreaded keto flu. Knowing how it works is going to be the best way to prevent it. When you first go on keto, you're obviously going to be cutting your carbohydrate intake way down. So what's going to happen is carbs help hold water on the body. So when you cut them out, you're going to end up dumping a lot of water. In addition to that, since your insulin levels are going to be lower insulin levels cause the kidneys to excrete more water. But with the water also goes your minerals and your electrolytes. So in short, the keto flu is just basically dehydration. Since you're losing all this water and you're losing all your minerals and electrolytes, you got to make sure that you're replacing those. Now it's going to be really hard to do that with just food alone. That's why I've got this stuff right here with me. So what we're talking about is the ones that you're going to lose the most of, and that's going to be your potassium, salt, magnesium, and trace minerals. Now the one that you're going to lose the most of is going to be the salt. You've probably heard before, and if you haven't, you have to have a lot more salt on keto, but not just any salt. You want a good quality mineral salt. Now obviously I prefer Redmond's RealSalt, but you can get something like a pink Himalayan at least, or a sea salt. Those are two really good options that are fairly cheap. So obviously don't be scared to salt your foods when you're doing keto. Salt them to taste as much as you want and don't worry about it. Now, when you're first starting keto, the potassium is going to be what's hard to get more of in. Unless you're able to eat 7 to 10 cups of leafy greens a day, you're not going to be able to get your potassium or your magnesium in the levels that you need them. So I'm going to show you something really simple that I do to get a quick boost of potassium and salt in me. So if it's your first few weeks on keto and you're feeling weak or having cramps, headaches, a little bit of nausea, it's probably the keto flu. But here's what you need to do when that happens. You want to take a Dixie cup, and for those of you that don't know what that is, it's a 3-ounce cup. You just take one of these. I will take half a teaspoon of the potassium citrate and put it in there, and then I'll take the Redmond's RealSalt and I'll just do 1/4 a teaspoon of it and put that in there. Then you just take that, fill it about halfway full of water, mix it up, knock it back. It is going to taste a little icky, but just chase it with some water, and that's going to give you about 1,000 milligrams of potassium and about up to 500 milligrams of salt, depending on what kind of salt you're using. Once you get that in you, within about 15 to 30 minutes, you should be feeling a lot better and a lot more energized. The cramps should go away, and hopefully the headache. The reason for the powder and not the pills, because I'm sure some people are thinking, well, can I not just take the pills? Due to regulations, the pills can only have 99 milligrams per pill, so you would be taking an insane amount of pills daily. That's why it's a lot easier just to do it like this. So as far as the magnesium goes, the most absorbable form of magnesium is magnesium glycinate, but Malate is good too. That's what I personally use, and basically you just want to go by the directions on the bottle and make sure that you're getting some of this in you too. Now last but not least is trace minerals. Now this is one that a lot of people don't talk about, and they really should. Now I've got a whole video on trace minerals if you want to know all the finite details about them, but just know that these are very important for a lot of different functions in the body, and this is the brand that I've been taking for a long time, and I highly recommend it. It's made by Superior. It's concentrated times 935, and there's 77 plus trace minerals and electrolytes. So this is jam-packed with a lot of good stuff. So if you're experiencing any of the symptoms from the keto flu, the fatigue, dizziness, nausea, weak as a kitten, make sure you get this lineup right here. This is the best way to get the minerals and electrolytes back in your body so that you're feeling good and energized. And in addition to that, even if you're not able to get this stuff, at least get a high quality mineral salt and start salting your foods. I'll have all these in the description if you want to check them out. But guys, if this video helped you, leave a like on it. But until next week, keep it keto and keep it healthy.